Hi, I'm Rashid Ogunlaru, coach, speaker, and author, and welcome to the latest in my series of videos for the NHS Leadership Academy. This video is courage and stepping up. It's going to be important many, many times on your journey of being a leader, and personally too. Perhaps it's something you're very, very familiar with. Perhaps you've had to do it many times in your career. Or perhaps it's something which we're beginning to awaken within you. This video is part of my Coaching Yourself and Your Team Compassionate Leadership series. And that's part of this broader NHS South East Leadership Academy Leadership Short series. These 10 to 15-minute videos to give you that opportunity to pause and reflect and build your leadership skills. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Rashid, I'm a coach, I'm a motivational speaker, and I'm an author. And my job is to help people move ahead in their lives, in their careers, in their organisations. And I've done a lot of work over the years with the NHS, and lots of people have had to find that courage and needed to step up. New roles, new goals, new responsibilities, new challenges, guiding the organisation through change, dealing with things at times of change. I want to invite you to first of all think about who is it who inspires you most and why in life. Might be people in your own life, might be famous people, unknown people, people in your own family and so on. I want you to write down the names of people who inspire you most and why. What are the qualities that you admire? And remember, you can pause this video at any time. You really might want to really sit with this. Who do you really admire most and why? I've just put some of my friends, my virtual friends here. I want you to think about what the commonalities are. I bet you that one of the commonalities, and many of them will have courage. That many of them will have stepped up to the challenge, perhaps when others didn't. And you might think, well, not me, I'm just this, I'm just at this stage in my career, I'm at the beginning or the end of my career, I'm at this stage. There are so many different ways in which we can show courage. Sometimes courage comes about through necessity. What I want to invite you to do, I want you to begin to really reflect on your journey. I want you to first of all think about, okay, where are you in your life and in your leadership journey right now? What's that you've learned through that life and leadership journey? Maybe write that down. I've learned this, that, this, that. I want you to take a moment to write down what are all the challenges that you faced. You might want to write it down, or you might even want to draw it. You might want to get a piece of paper and draw it a little bit like a path. You know, here's the journey that I've been on throughout my career. It was this time that required courage, that time that required courage. You might draw it, you know, setting out all the different times along your path. Whatever works for you creatively. You might even pictorially or as diagrams, whatever your learning style. How did you face those challenges? Who's had the greatest impact on your life? And how? What have you learned from them? By reflecting on this stuff, there might be all sorts of insight. You might realize, I've completely forgot this, I've overcome this challenge, I've overcome this challenge. I've stepped up before. It might be just about remembering. What can you learn from those people who've influenced you? What can you learn from those times when you found courage before? We need to think about now, what are the challenges for you right now, for your team, for the organization? And in what way can you play your part? Pause this, sit with these questions and pick up on the ones which are most pertinent for you. And it might be that you come back to this video many, many times with different stages, with different challenges, with different things that you need to step up. There might be some things that you need to step up in your own personal, in your home life. There might be certain things for your team, certain things with the leadership team above, certain things with your colleagues, with your boss, with the broader unit. I've put a few quotes here also that might be interesting food for thought. come to realize that the real magic in life is when you live a life in which others, not just yourself, truly benefit from it. So this is an invitation for us to step up. In life, leadership, in all things, it's wiser to judge people by their deeds than their speech, their track record, rather than their talk. How is it that we can show up? So what's our role as a leader? Well, our role as a leader is to engage, to educate, to empower, to enable. It's to connect, it's to challenge. It's to help provide chances to help create change. It's about collaborating. It's about creating. It's about connecting. Again, you may have seen these in some of my other videos, that thing about being very strategic here. What's going on in my organization? What are the tools? What are the tasks? What are the team I'm going to need? What's the tenacity I'm going to need? These things may well give you the resources to think about, here are the conversations I'm going to need to have. Here's the people I'm going to need. Here's the tenacity. Here's the approach. Here are the tactics. We need to be very strategic about the right tactics for the right person that's going to have the right impact with the right heart and the right timing. There's a saying of mine, when is the right time? Who can say? Usually somewhere between haste and delay. And often it's wisest that we start today. When is the right time? Who can say? Probably somewhere between haste and delay. And often it's wisest to start today. So there could be some of these things where it's going to be about today at that meeting that you speak up. Thanks so much. And that's absolutely true, that being these challenges. The other thing that I want to bring to our attention here is that some people have been struggling with X, Y, and Z. We've had these particular issues. Let's look today at how we can do X, Y, and Z. And that might be the first time that you've stepped up, spoken up. So this journey of leadership is going to require that there can be some things we need to have. Think about your house and your home at different times of the year. You turn the heating up, you turn it down. So what are the things I want you to, this is my leadership and performance confidence style. What are the things, looking here, what things you need to dial up? Maybe be your volume, might be your pace, it might be your authority, how you show up. It might be your warmth, it might be your charm that you need to increase. It might be you're able to be brief, it might be the detail, the context you put in, it might be your empathy, it might be your intuition, there might be so many other things. I want you to write down, what are the things that you need to dial up and dial down? This is a situation, it depends. It might be a conversation where all of these rise and fall. But this is a really, really useful prompt for you to be aware of. What are the things that I'm going to need to work on? So, lots to think about there. So I'm going to invite you to reflect what's been your learning or what you've remembered. I want you to think about what action you're going to take. It might be, okay, I'm going to have a conversation with this person about this, and this time I'm going to talk to this person about this, and can have this conversation at home at this time. And I'm just going to play over a couple of things that we've talked about today that might help you. Who inspires you and why? Adopt them as your virtual mentors. What would they do? There might be all sorts of insight. Lots of this comes as part of your own deeper intuition, your deeper knowledge speaking to you. Remembering the times when you've already had shown courage, tapping back into that. A lot of this is stepping into your own power. It's about remembering that this is your role. It's about being strategic and tenacious, mindful, heartful. What are the things you need to dial up and dial down? And it's a learning journey. I want to thank you so much for being here, for being present, and I wish you all the best as you step up. And remember, in times of change, it's going to be especially that we're going to need to step up and we're going to need to lead and show leadership and demonstrate it, embody it. And sometimes it's better to be good and well-intentioned than to be perfect. And people will see that. I want to wish you all the best. Take good care. Bye-bye.